Now, okay, so I don't know how good this feed is, but I'm in Canada and I think I closed the curtains. I'm not sure. So, well, hold on for a second. Let me do this. Yeah, I'm coming. Trying to get some light up in this can. Or is it too bright? It might be too bright. Maybe I should turn that light off behind me. Who knows? Let's see. Let's try to turn. I'm gonna try to turn the light out. Chat. This is a mess. If I ain't never seen one. All right. Oh, what we doing? Let's see. Is that better? I don't know. But anyway, wakey wakey. It's Tuesday. Hope all is well. So I'm in Canada with my husband. This is not a crave trip. I'm with my husband on his business trip. So I want to talk about customer service here in Canada. Now, first I gotta say, get my glasses. Of course, I'm drunk. I thought I was put together for this, but I'm not clearly. Um, Crave Master Mercedes, My Girls. My Girls is really small because it's an introduction. I have to keep saying it for people who don't understand. As you read on, the books get longer and longer. Okay, I don't know why we don't understand this. It's like I'm trying to bring you into the world, to see if you like it. Um, but yeah, so the first two books are just like different stories or whatever that I put together, which will become its own full book. So just to let you know what's going on with that. And let me turn my phone down. Um, so I'm working this little area. I'm at the Caesars in Canada, right? So I want to talk about the customer service here in Canada so far. I've been here since Sunday. Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. And I want to say the service so far has been excellent. I hate to jinx it though, but it's been excellent. Um, so I we had to, uh, of course, I don't have nothing. That's great. Let me get my book. So of course, um, Frontier. Let's start there. Uh, I used to be a Spirit girl. People always had a problem with Spirit. I didn't. I don't know. I just the customer service was always good with Spirit. They spoke when you walk on the plane. I don't know. I don't know what some people want from Spirit, but you know me, get in my seat, take my small nap, and go about my business. But Frontier, I want to say it was okay. I don't like the fact that they don't have nobody. They don't have a kiosk, whereas though you can print your boarding pass out. They want you to do everything on your phone, right? So I'm not happy about that. That's not showing customer service. But I will say that when I got on the plane, they were great. They were pretty attentive or whatever. So it wasn't bad. But as soon as I got on there, and my sweater, put it on my face, and I was done. I was asleep. There's no conversation. But I want to say shout out to the gentleman that was. We didn't have a middle person. I had the window seat, and it was a white guy, and he was really nice. You could tell he was military. And I couldn't. I sat down, but then I sat on the belt, and then I was trying to get the seat belt, and then he was like, "Sit up, I'll get it," and then like taking care of me like I was a baby, which was cool. I was like, okay. And then when it was time to get off and people was like cutting in front and whatever. So when he stood up, he waited for me to get all my stuff together, let me off the plane first. He was such a gentleman. So shout out to you for being a gentleman. That was really cool. I had a problem with the guy behind me. He put his foot up on the rest. So of course I got up and turned around. Like, what are you doing? Let's not start no trouble. Like seriously. So, of course, the guy that was sitting next to me, he was like, "What's wrong?" And I said, he put his foot up and he was turned around to the guy. He was like, "I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to ask you again. Make sure you put your foot down. Let's not start no trouble on the flight because you want to be rude." Then the guy apologized. He was a kid. He apologized or whatever. But it pissed me off, like, because you know better. Put your damn foot down. You see somebody sitting in front of you. But other than that, it was cool. And then, we got to Canada and then we had to get the transportation, but the transportation got taken care of. We had to go through customs, and the police officer was really nice that uh, checked my husband and I, and he was really cool. He was like, "Getting weapons?" Da, 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 da. I said, "Well, you ain't got no weapons. We eat ice cream. We don't have time for that." So he was laughing. It was really cool. So I want to say shout out to the border police. They were really nice because they could have been assholes, just being smart, just to excuse me, be smart. But they were really cool. So far, the customer service I can say in Canada is awesome. Okay. So when we got checked in, if you don't know, now you know I have allergies to pets. I don't be around people with pets. No type of pets, cats, dogs, rabbits, cat. I don't care what you got. I'm not being around you. Your house got to be smoking clean. I'm allergic to dust. So it was like I smell cigarettes. I can't be around cigarettes. Changes my voice. The whole thing. It's crazy. Like you gotta be around me to see it happen. So got in the room and I said, "Is this a smoking room? Okay, where's that glare coming from? Is this a smoking room?" And she was like, "No, it's not a smoking room." And I'm like, "Yes, smoking room. Somebody was smoking in here." But big as they on the door, you can see it says, non-smoking. That does not mean people don't smoke in here. So of course, smoking, right? Somebody was smoking in here. So they got me a humidifier. They was gonna move us to another room, but I didn't want to lose the view. The view is so beautiful of the river, and you can see over to Detroit. Some type of wonderful honey. So I was like, I want to move. So they got me a humidifier, which is working pretty good. I turned it off at a lot because it's got a little noise to it. And so it was pretty cool. But I want to say she could have been rude, but she wasn't. She could have sucked her teeth, but she didn't. She just wanted to make us happy, make me happy. And I was like, I love it. Now, the restaurant so far, because we're still here. We're here till Saturday, Friday, Saturday, something. And so uh, I could be wrong. I think it's Friday. We might be leaving Friday, but don't quote me on that. So I'm like, we go to dinner, which I really didn't want to walk around because I was tired from traveling. Now tell me why. Okay, husband and I caught separate flights. We do that sometimes. Because some people feel like they can't travel without their spouse. I don't understand. What's the problem? You came in this world by yourself. You will leave by yourself, and you're some type of weird if you feel like if you got to go, he got to go too. That's some crazy shit right there. Because somebody got to be here for the adults and the grandchildren. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, so we went to what was it? Johnny Rockets for dinner. My husband loved Johnny Rockets, the onion rings and the potato fries, which is not good for you. Yeah, I let my doctor tell you onion rings are not good for you. He said take the skin off. I mean the batter off and eat the onion. That's what he wants you to do if you eat onion rings. But of course, husband ain't gonna do that. So we went to Johnny Rockets, which was really nice. I was trying to get that glare out my glasses, but I think it's the computer. So anyway, I'm trying to do like this so you can't see the glare. Anyway, the food was good. I had a burger, and usually I don't eat burgers because I like my meat well done. I don't, child, do not play with that red. It's disgusting. I'm so sorry. I don't want to see nothing look like no blood coming out. None of that. Gross. And I don't like to be grossed out. Okay. So the hamburger was done. Now, mind you, I don't send food back. I don't trust people. I don't complain about my food. I'll tell you, oh, it's not done. Or, and they be like, I'll take it back. Nope. You won't bless my food. Not today. So the food was good. I ate my burger. We ate all our food, which is rare. So, well, whatever I don't eat, husband eat. Um, but she was only one cashier. I mean, one waitress. It was only one waitress, and I said, "Oh, she was working her tail off." So of course we had to be patient for refills and all that kind of stuff. I usually don't get a whole bunch of refills. One is good enough for me, and I don't even drink the second one. I just take a sip out of it. But she did good, and we gave her a nice little tip or whatever. So, but some people got impatient. They left, but it's only one cashier, so I don't know why the people not coming to work. So when we went in there yesterday to get milkshakes, I started to get the guy a menu and told him have a seat. I was about to start working there. Anyway, but I have to say, so far, the customer service has been top tier. Now we went for a walk because it's like a trail, and the water, and you can see over to Detroit, and then like it's bridges or whatever. So we want to walk for a walk around the trail or whatever. And I'm telling you, the people that live here, they're walking back and forth. They're speaking, "Good morning, how are you? How you doing?" It's like, you don't get that in Maryland, child. Outstanding. Everybody's so nice. And you know what? The crazy thing is, everybody seems like they're at peace. It's so peaceful. It's like nobody's angry, upset, and it's just like they're just walking. They're healthy here. The food is healthy. You can tell because the fries don't taste the same. They don't use the same grease or something, honey. But yeah. But some of the water tastes different, and it's probably healthier for you. But the water tastes different. I have a bottled water. Can I get that bottle of water? Why he texting? I told him I was about to be on live. See, retired people don't have shit to do. Wait a minute, let me get this. All right. So this water right here is from them, Canada. It tastes weird, but when I drink it, it's like I don't know. It's like maybe it's healthier. First, I thought it was blue, but it's just I had to get a cup and pour some in there. I was like, what the hell? But it tastes weird. It's spring, natural spring water sources. I don't know. Sodium. Let's see if it got sodium in it. Uh, it doesn't have sodium. It has calcium. That's probably the difference. But it has no sodium. And I don't even think a lot of us know that a lot of our water have sodium in it, and you're not supposed to have sodium in it. But they put it in it to keep it fresh. But anyway, so but I could feel the difference in the water. Like our water sometimes home, like if we drink some water, you'll run right to the restroom because sometimes it clears you out. They don't that water don't do that. It's like a refresher. Refresh. Yeah. So right now at this point, Canada don't owe me nothing as far as customer service, honey, because this is outstanding. And I even set up in a little corner in the little bar area of our room. Wonderful hotel. Now I did win some money at the casino, but they won't give me my money, our money, United States. I had to take Canada money. I have $100 bill. Let me get that. Look, I keep getting up. Child, you can tell I ain't got nothing doing. Wait a minute. This show should have been well put together for the, look, I thought I was ready. Look at this. $100 bill. I spent some of it, at the casino and the gift shop. But yeah, so we would have to cash that in when we get home. Find a coin exchange. Yeah, I think they have one at the airport. I'm gonna call Ron and see. He should know if he don't know something wrong with him because he worked at the airport. But anyway, so I want to talk about. I'm not gonna hold you long. Well, I can hold you long because I don't have nothing to do. I'm actually on vacation, being a wife that lays around, go to the pool, take naps, and shop. We went shopping yesterday for the grandchildren. Oh my goodness, we got so much good stuff for her. Mm. And Bubba. So look, Arby's. The lady that spit in a young lady's food that's making headlines. And should I say allegedly? I shouldn't have to, but I'll say it. Allegedly gave a person herpes. Um, Let me tell you something, honey. One thing I am when it comes to somebody cooking my food is kind. You don't know what they're in that back doing. You don't know how their day is going. And for you to sit up there and talk reckless to somebody that's handling your food is crazy. And from the story, from what I read, is that the lady came 10 minutes before they were about to close. So, and if you spend in somebody's food just because your store is about to close, I try my best not to go to no store when I know they're about to close because I know they want to go home. They're gonna give you attitude. Don't nobody have time for that. Because if you nasty, my energy gonna match yours. You nasty, I'm nasty. I don't want to be nasty. Oh, I can be nasty, but I don't want to be nasty. It's too much energy, and it gives you premature wrinkles. Don't nobody want this. So, I, my heart goes out because she wasn't just getting food for herself; she was getting it for her in laws. You know, how are you supposed to kiss your spouse after that? You don't want to. You can't kiss your grandbaby. I would have a fit. I couldn't hug and kiss on my grandbabies. Oh my goodness. How do you process that? When I tell you my grandchildren will own Arby's, their children will own Arby's when I'm finished with them. That's some nasty stuff. And you got to be some type of miserable to do that to somebody. Because truth be told, you were the manager. You could have just said, we're not taking no more orders unless it's fountain drinks. Yeah, I do some petty shit like that. I'm like, we're actually turned off the grill because we're actually closing. But and because what you could have done is just made like 10 cheeseburgers, 10 hamburgers, 10 deluxe, and said, this is what we have already. That way is no special orders, none of that. It's ways to do things. Make up all these fountain drinks. We got one small, one medium, one large, orange, diet, and such and such. And we got 3 pies left. What you want? What you feeling? You know, this is what we have. And we got 4 orders of fries, 2 large, one medium, and a small. What you feeling? That's all we have for you right now because we closing and we gotta catch our bus. Even if we got a car, so you didn't do a little, give them a little small line. I gotta catch my bus. And and some people understand that if we gotta catch a bus. Now if she just downright nasty, be like, oh, I want a special order. Da, da, da. Most people, I think, if they know you're about to close and they just, trying to get in, sometimes you might be diabetic and you might need something to boost your sugar up or whatever. If you just explain to them, this is what we have. But you do not have to spit in nobody's food. And then there was another case where 3 females did it. I think this was at a Wendy's. At this point, hey, I think I would hate to say go to Popeyes because you can see them preparing. But I think fast food is going to lose a lot of customers because of this. And then for her to wake up and have sores in her mouth. If you're married, like, how do you not? I can't kiss my husband? What the? What? Do you know what you just did to my marriage? When I tell you, honey, what? I will be owning that thing something terrible. Now, true, it's only contagious when it's an outbreak. So this woman knew she had an outbreak. She didn't care. She didn't care. And it's really sad that it has come to this. Because me, I wouldn't step foot in the Arby's. I don't care. I'm not stepping foot in the Wendy's. I'm done. Mm-mm. No, no, no. I'll go to a restaurant. And true, it can happen in a restaurant. Don't get it twisted. But I don't think you really hear about it too much. I, my son used to work at Fridays, and he was like, they just eat out your food. Like they'll eat your fries and stuff on the way out to bring it to you. But yeah, so mm, I rather you eat out my food than spit in it. Even though your fingers could be nasty too. But I don't know. You know what's the safest? Oh, well, no, I was gonna say get it something like at Applebee's with scissors, and then it's like all the smoking is real hot, but they still gonna spit in it. So And then the one lady, at what was it? Wendy's. She said she seen the mucus at the bottom of her cup. My God. Mm, 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 mm. Could you imagine? Mm-mm. No. So at this point, I don't even want to eat out. Now you can go to the mall where you can actually see them preparing your food and stuff. That's something different, but that's kind of scary. Just watch how you treat people. But then she probably was just an angry person anyway. Because if you come in 10 minutes, yeah, everybody get mad when you come 10 minutes before. I used to work at McDonald's. I know. I used to be pissed off. Shout out to my manager Valerie, because what she would do is what I just told you. She would make uh like Big Macs and quarter pounders with cheese, 5 of each, half an hour before we close. Drop the fries. And we got 10 apple pies. Like, hey, we got 4 fish fillets. This is what we have right now, you know, available because we are about to close. This ain't Burger King. You're not going to have it your way. Now, Burger King, you said that's your logo. Have it your way. So since you said have it your way, you got to keep their energy up, and you got to stay open until 10 o'clock and give them what they want. If they come in the drive through at 9:55, so it is what it is. But make a certain amount of food, put it up. Like, this is what we have. We got two 10-piece nuggets. We got, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how you have to do it in order to get out, you know, off on time. And everybody want to get off on time because you got to think about it, a lot of people catch the bus. And if I sit here and do your special order and then we close at 10, and then by the time you get your food, because they got to make it on the grill, and by then they breaking down the grill, scraping it to clean it up, to get it cleaned up so they can get out of there. Then they got to go back and use the grill that they just cleaned. So yeah, they have attitude, but it's still your job at the end of the day. But like I said, do what Valerie used to do. And this is what we have available. So anyway, so I have a couple more days here in Canada. I'll be on live the next couple of mornings with different topics. I'll get online and talk about different things or whatever. And I'll be in, all right, what's this month? We're about to be in July. 4th of July, I'm going to get my granddaughter when I get home. I miss my baby. Um, so I'll be in South Carolina, Atlantic City, um, for July, different dates or whatever. So yeah. But anyway, have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. Please, please, please be nice. Be kind to people that makes your food. Okay? Because you just don't know. Uh, Once again, buy my book. I set up a little office in this hotel room, and I love Caesars, honey. Caesars is everything. All right, well, I gotta take a nap because that's my job as a wife while I'm here. Is just take naps and shop and go to the pool. Have a great day. Be kind to one another.